see if this works. Let's see if this works. I think it did. I think it worked. Or maybe not. Let's see. Did it? It is working? Why am I not seeing this on the channel then? What's going on? What? If I'm live, why don't I see it? Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm such an idiot. Oh, wait. I think it's working. Is that it? Now the stupid camera's not working again. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm literally going to lose my mind that this camera's still doing the autofocus. I thought I fixed this. I literally thought I fixed it. So yeah, so you can hear and see me just fine. That's great. Why did it go autofocus again? I'm literally gonna lose my mind. So yeah, I'm just testing this out as I figure out what the hell is going on with my camera. I don't get it. And I guess there's a few people watching live now, so I do appreciate that. I do see you in the chat talking, so thank you for that. Let me try something here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so you say I'm good. Well, like it says, ask me anything. You can ask me whatever you want. I'm just on here testing this live stream out, and I'm a little frustrated that I thought I fixed the camera, and it is still doing this weird autofocus thing because I put it to manual focus, and it's still doing autofocus for some reason. I'll figure it out, but let's see. Camera causing you problems on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same camera on all of them. So I got to figure out why this is happening. I thought yesterday I had it resolved, but clearly I'm not. I'm testing Punkified. I'm testing the camera. That's what I'm testing on here. And let me pull something up here. Since we are doing this, I'm going to pull up the chat so I can see it here. Let's do, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So as you can tell, it's not like I live stream a lot because I don't know what I'm doing. What are my impressions of the new Dragon Age game? You can go check out the preview I did on Kind of Funny. That's all I will say right now. Hold on. Am I hyped for Black Ops 6? Yes, I am. I will definitely be there. I guess, is that tomorrow night? Yeah, it'll be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night when it goes live. I'm going to hop on multiplayer. I'm not good. I'm sure I'll die a lot, but I'll be on there. I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. I didn't even really get a chance to play a lot of the beta because I was in Seattle at the time when the beta was out. So I only got to play a few matches, but had fun with what I played. And everyone, there goes the stupid camera again. Oh my God. I don't get it. I don't not get why this camera is doing this. I swore I fixed this and now it is doing this again. But since I'm on this live stream, I'm not going to stop and see. It's not even focusing anymore. There we go. Weird. I don't know why it's doing this. What is he saying? Is it exhausting being so awesome? I'm definitely not awesome. I wish I was. Let's pull this up. I'm trying to look at two different places to see the chat and I'm screwing it up. So let me do that. All right. So what are we saying here? What is my game of the year prediction and personal choice? It's a very good question. I don't know. I don't know yet. Obviously, I've said a lot about Astrobot, and there's a stupid camera again. What is it? Is it picking up the switch? I don't know. Let's see. Take that down. And let me try and refocus this again. This is the worst live stream of all time. I get it. I know. Why is this not? See, now it doesn't want to focus on me at all. That's weird. Weird. Very weird. I don't know why it's doing this. I got to figure it out again. So when I jump off the stream again, I will figure it out. So I do apologize for having this ghetto ass stream right now. Let me pull the chat back up again. Sorry. So I do apologize for all this. Let me go back up. Let me see. What do we got here? Do I work in cybersecurity? Yes, I do work in cybersecurity, and I have a meeting in less than an hour that I need to be on. But because I work in cybersecurity and I work from home, that allows me the flexibility to do a lot of stuff with Kind of Funny and things during the day, because I actually get up super early in the morning and I'll take care of kind of my daily stuff very early. I'm talking like 5, 6 in the morning. Then that kind of leaves the rest of the day. Like obviously if there's an incident or something or a meeting, I have to jump on that, but gives me a little flexibility. Oh, looks like I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 in performance mode. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what the hell is up with this camera. Swore I put this to manual and still doing it. I'll figure it out. JJ Redick, yeah, I thought JJ did fine. First coaching, his first game as head coach of the Lakers. The Lakers didn't shoot very well, obviously, and he was talking about that. But I liked the emphasis that he kept putting to the team of just, hey, we get good looks, you're open, you're going to start making those shots. And they will. It was the first game. It was fine. But AD did his thing, which is good. You saw my Sam Darnold slander on Sunday. Well, I clearly jinxed myself because my Buccaneers are in freaking shambles right now. We lost Evans and Godwin. So offensively, we're not going to be very good. And I mean, the Ravens are an elite team, so I knew it was going to be a tough game regardless. But we came out of that one. It might wreck our entire season, that one game. So we'll see. Someone's saying on the doors, it could be, but I don't know why it shouldn't. Like I said, it should be manually focused on me, and it was working fine late last night, and now it's not. I turned off autofocus. I swore I did, unless it magically turned itself back on. I'll have to look when I'm off of here. When will you see Pete and Danny live in person again? I see Danny all the time. Danny and I actually live very close to each other now. He lives in Southern California. Pete, I mean, next time he's in the States. I've not seen Pete in person. 2019. E3 2019 is the last time I saw him in person. So it has been a while. How's my morning? Morning's good. Like I said, I wanted to test out this live stream stuff because I want to figure out something I can do more consistently with it. But obviously having the stupid camera issue, that's why I'm just screwing around with it right now. I'll figure it out. Someone said joke. Of course, I don't know what the joke is. I probably missed that, and I apologize. I'm scrolling back up here really quick. I'm sure I missed a ton of people asking me stuff. Hey, Paris, how awesome was the Flight Sim 22 of our Grand Vic? That was amazing. You can go watch the vlog right here on this channel. I got a 40-minute vlog. Flew in the Vision Jet. Obviously, an interview I did with Jorg. Walking around the Grand Canyon, all that stuff. Amazing. It was amazing. Flight Sim 2024 is going to be great. I got a chance to play it here at home 2 weekends ago during the technical alpha, or was that last weekend? I can't keep up. But the technical alpha that they had, it's going to be good. If you're into Flight Sim, you're going to like it. And hello, Roberto from Italy. Ciao to you too, sir. Hello again. Unsure if someone else has asked this. With Netflix shutting down AAA Studio, would you like to see them go? Obviously, hopefully, to another job. Wait. Let me read this again. I apologize. Hello again. Unsure if someone asked this. With Netflix shutting down the AAA Studio, where would you like to see them go? Obviously, hopefully, into another job for them. But any preference? I mean, I talked about this on Kind of Funny yesterday on KFGD. Look, the Joe Statons of the world, they're going to be fine. I mean, the big names that went to that studio, they're going to be fine. The people that you need to be worried about are the people that you don't know that took a leap of faith going to that studio. And now 2 years in, they've been laid off and they got to start all over again. And we know how volatile the gaming industry is right now as far as jobs go. I just think what we've been seeing the past few years, you're going to lose a lot of senior talent. A lot of very talented people are just going to get out of gaming altogether and go do something in another industry that's a little more stable. And it's just unfortunate. Am I buying the PS5 Pro? I am interested in the PS5 Pro. I have not made my 100% determination if I'm going to buy it right away yet. I'll put it this way. I will eventually get one. Yes. But am I going to buy one right there on November 7th? No, I don't think I am, but I might. I mean, matter of fact, seeing that Digital Foundry on the Horizon Remastered, they kind of did a tech review of that. Pretty impressive. I was very skeptical of that when it first got announced, but I think for a $10 upgrade, all the changes that they're making is worth it. Obviously, if you're in a Horizon, you want to play Zero Dawn again, I think it would be worth the $10. What else do we have here? Let's see. Do you think State of Decay 3 comes out next year? No, I do not. I don't think so. I think if State of Decay 3 was coming out next year, they'd have told us that already. I think they've been pretty clear. Fable's going to be the big game next year. It looks like South of Midnight's coming out next year. Obviously, Avowed's coming out next year. And Doom, maybe something else might make it in that we're not aware of, but I don't think it'll be State of Decay 3. We've just simply not seen enough of it yet. So I think they would have shown more if it was slated for next year. Still need to watch that. Excited to get everyone's thoughts on Veilguard next week. Yeah, me too. What is going on? DJ Dana D? What's going on? Like I said, now this camera's focusing, but something's still not right. So whole reason for anyone that's coming in here wondering why I keep talking about it. I want to get a proper live stream setup going. Yesterday, I was playing around on Riverside FM doing live streams. This is me just directly live streaming with the camera via YouTube. And yeah, I just want to do these more, like, because, you know, I would do the Twitter spaces, and I think I want to do something more visual. So why not just do it on my own channel, right? It just makes sense. And obviously people can jump in, and like people ask me questions right now, you can do that. I'll eventually set it up so people that want to hop on video with me or audio question through Discord or something, we can do all that too. Chase is asking me a very interesting question because I am a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, and we're decimated at receiver right now with both of our top receivers, Evans and Godwin, out. Should we trade for Cooper Kupp? Cooper Kupp is the bane of my existence. He kept us from going back to back in the Super Bowl in 2021. When the Bucs played the Rams that year? Yeah, it was that same year, early in the year, and I went to SoFi, and watching that dude in person, I have nothing but respect for him because he's a beast, but he also is just terrorizes my team. So I'm saying all that to say this. No, I don't want the Bucs to trade for him because of the big contract that he has. And I think it will limit us moving forward with that big contract that we'd have to pay of his, even though he could obviously help us in the short term. I'm of the mind, let's see what the young kids can do. Evans is probably back after the bye. I've had in my head when the season even started, if we can be 5-5 at the bye, I think we'll be okay. Back end of our schedule isn't that tough. And if we get Mike back, even though we lost Chris Godwin, I think we'll be okay. So no, I don't want them to trade for Cooper Kupp because I just think the cost is too high. Not to mention you're probably going to have to give up a second round pick too. Let's see. I'm getting excited for the full release of Delta Force. Actually, this is December 5th, but yeah, the open beta is coming out for PC on December 5th for Delta Force. And I've been telling people, man, that's going to be the sneaky, quiet, big hit of 2025 that no one's thinking about. That is the Battlefield that I've wanted for a few years now. Playing that alpha a few weeks back, I love it. It's going to be great. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with Delta Force, Delta Force Hawk Ops when it comes out. Wait, actually, let me go back up here really quick. Do you have additional lighting for the face? Identify the subject. I do. I just don't have it on. I can turn it on right now if I wanted to. Like I said, I was just messing around. But again, that shouldn't mess with the fact that it's grabbing, because like I said, it's grabbing something behind me that it's focusing on. But I don't know. Hell, I can turn the light on right now. Let's do it. Turn on and, or maybe not. Maybe it won't turn on. Thought I was a cool kid and it would turn on. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Anyways, I'll mess with that later. Let me go back into the questions here. Do you think Xbox will release a next-gen console in 2026? Yes, I do. Ready for GTA 6 and being an X model, S model being the handheld, also Gears E-Day launch title. I think all of what you said is extremely possible, because I do think this worst kept secret ever handheld that Xbox is working on is probably the replacement for the S. Obviously, it'll be a hybrid that could be dockable as well, so it can also be on the go, and then you can obviously play it on the TV as well. They'll have a replacement for the Series X console, the high end, whatever. And then your point about Gears E-Day launch title, I think it's either that, because that would be the 20 year for Gears of War, or it is also the 25-year anniversary for Xbox and Halo, where this is where the alleged Combat Evolved remake could be launching with it. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. 2026 is definitely going to be a big year for Xbox, regardless. What's the compression or encoding issue? I don't know the question on that, because I'm looking at it. I don't see video. Looks good on YouTube, so I don't know what your question is. Maybe you can elaborate more on that, Anthony. Do you think we'll see another Steam console? I think you have it already. It's the Steam Deck. So yeah, you're going to get a Steam Deck too. And Valve's even said when there is a big technical leap, that's when you'll see the next one come out. And that makes a lot of sense. So I would imagine a couple more years on that. So again, probably 2026, maybe 2027 for a Steam Deck too. I know you're a busy guy, but do you still pop into her Fallout 76 at all? Funny you say that, because today is the Fallout day today. And back in May, I went out to London, to ZeniMax London, and I got a preview of a lot of upcoming stuff for Fallout 76. I believe I saw something that they've still not announced, and the camera just unfocused again, of course. But I believe they just announced something. I got to see something they've not announced yet. That's what I'm saying. So I'd imagine it'll be today. But to your point, I still hop in every now and again. But I've not played 76 hardcore probably for a few weeks, because just everything else that's been going on in gaming, and I've just simply not had the time. And there we go. Yeah, I got to fix this camera after this. And Jimmy, hey, what's going on, Ace? How you doing, man? What wrestling match got... Wait, what is he asking me? What wrestling match got you into it? I don't know if he's talking about wrestling in general. God, I can't even remember. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid, like Florida Championship Wrestling back at the Bayfront Center in the Armory in Tampa, Gordon Solie and Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and just all those guys from the Harley race, you know, in those early days. But I can't think of any one particular match that got me into it. I hope that's the question you're asking me. Do you think it's the glass behind you? Could be. It might be. I have a feeling it's something with this. I don't think it's the Xbox fridge. It's either the Series S or it's that car can't cook controller that's behind me. But like I said, I thought I fixed it because I thought I put it to manual. So like I said, when I end the stream, which I probably will here in a few, I'll look at the configuration again and see what the hell is going on. Oh, wrestling in general. Yeah, I think I just answered your question then. Wrestling in general. It was just, yeah, as a kid, you know, Florida Championship Wrestling, just seeing some of that local stuff and a lot of those guys that have gone on to become like, you know, Hall of Famers in, you know, in this industry. Was my early days. Like, I remember seeing the Road Warriors when I was a kid and they terrified me. I thought they were so scary. Stuff like that. Do you see Halo going to PlayStation? Yeah, I do. I don't think Halo 7 day and date goes to PlayStation, but do I think the Master Chief Collection or something like that goes to PlayStation? I do. I think it's weird. Not necessarily a fan of it, but that's clearly the direction that Xbox is headed. So you either accept it or you don't. Do you think the Bucks can beat the Falcons this week? If Chris Godwin hadn't dislocated his ankle, I'd say yes. I'm not sure we'll have enough offense. Defense is going to have to step up big time if we're going to beat the Falcons, because just the offense being in flux the way that it is, going with these young receivers, it's probably going to be very run heavy. Yeah. So can we? Yes. Am I expecting it now? Unfortunately, I'd temper my expectations to lean towards no, unfortunately, just because of all the injuries. Does Halo 5 ever come to PC? Oh my God, this camera. You gotta be kidding me. Why? What the frick? Why the frick? What is it picking up? Like I said, clearly it's picking up on something behind me. Because it's like I'm doing all this and see it's not, but then there's something behind me it's picking up on, and I don't know what it is. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Let me do this. What if I do that? Could be the cyberpunk thing. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I'll figure it out. Oh, someone retracted a message. I wonder what you're saying. I hope it was nice. You playing Stalker Legends of Zone before Stalker? No, I'm not, because there's way too many other things that I have to play for review and preview and all that. I just simply won't have time to be able to play extra things, but I will definitely be playing Stalker 2 when it comes out in November. Do I see the Celtics repeating? They definitely have you think it's the door? Could be. Very well could be the door. Do I see the Celtics repeating? Potentially. I mean, they obviously have the talent to do it. It wouldn't shock me. I hope they don't. I'm not a Celtics fan, but wouldn't shock me. John, I'll literally just kick you out of this chat. I'll just kick you out. That won't have. This is my channel. I'm the captain here. There will be no Miami Hurricane nothing. Look, I will accept FSU slander right now because they deserve it, but we're not propping up the Miami Hurricanes in this channel. I will literally ban you from the channel. So no more. And I'm not kidding. Let's see. What do we got here? Did you see current report, September? Any thoughts you did Astrobot B? Yeah, and I purposely didn't tweet about it because I didn't want to start a shit show. But I told you, Astrobot is a game of the year contender. It's great. Of course people played it. Of course people bought it. Why wouldn't they? People got to stop the dumb console war stuff. A great game is a great game. And if a game is good, people are going to go pick it up, regardless of whatever platform it is. Let's see. Is there a Fallout remake today? Don't know, but it wouldn't shock me. I mean, that's obviously been rumored for the past couple of years, potentially. I can't imagine them doing Fallout Day and it only be about 76. There's got to be something else Fallout related in here, be it the TV show, even though I know they've not started shooting yet, or some other game. But we'll see. What are my thoughts on Deion and Colorado? I'm glad to see Colorado bounce back, and they're having a good season, and they potentially could get into the playoff. Shedeur and Travis Hunter are top 5 picks next year. And I love that Deion is trying to uplift young men. He's been doing this from Little League, obviously up through Jacksonville State, and now doing it at Colorado. So, big fan. Okay, see, you think I'm playing? Watch this. Y'all think I'm playing? Watch this. Watch what I do right now. You think I'm playing? I'm not playing. You are in timeout. There will be no Miami Hurricane slander on here. I'm telling you that right now. I already told you. No Miami Hurricanes in here. We're not fans. This is my channel. Okay, what's an underrated game you recommend? If you've not played Death's Door, go play Death's Door. It's been out for a few years now, obviously. I believe it's still on Game Pass if you're on Xbox, but go play Death's Door. One of the best games I've played in the last 5 years, for sure. Let's see. Any word on Astrobot? So yeah, it was number 2. That was what came out today. It was number 2 for September in sales, and that's good. It's a great game. Love that game. King James, I heard Stalker 2 still needed a lot of polish a few months ago. Do you think it's ready now? I played it for 3 hours, so whatever polish it needed, they put some polish on it because I didn't run into any bugs or real major issues. My only feedback to GSC Game World, to the devs that were there, was I'm not a huge fan of some of the UI choices that they've made, but that's just a nitpick. Gameplay wise, it was great. It's fine. I mean, they could probably put, I shouldn't say they could probably put the game out now. I obviously only played 3 hours, but from what I played, it was fine. It was good. Let's see. What else do we have? Will the COD servers crash most of Friday? They haven't in the past. I don't think it'll be any different than any other Call of Duty launch. I think it'll be fine. Because you got to remember, Call of Duty is arguably the biggest game in the world every year, except for when Rockstar puts out a game, right? So they're used to this. They're used to mass influx of players coming in. So I don't think this Black Ops 6 launch will be any different. Earliest game memory, or what really locked you into gaming? My earliest game memory was playing Pong. I remember playing Pong on, I don't know if it was Atari 2600 or like that Sears knockoff console with the paddles. That's my earliest memory. What locked me in to gaming? Probably, I mean, it definitely was the arcades. It was going to the arcades in the early 80s. I couldn't remember an exact game, but obviously playing Pac-Man, playing Donkey Kong, something like Popeye, freaking Defender, Zaxxon, Asteroids, stuff like that, Space Invaders. If anything, it probably was Space Invaders or something like that. It was probably that first game I remember that kind of locked me into gaming. So it would have been something like that. I'm old, so yeah, I've been gaming since the late 70s, believe it or not, because I'm old. Let's see, Black Ops 6 marketing has been crazy. I mean, yeah, I'll leave it at that because I don't want nobody getting mad at me anymore. But yeah, you're right. The marketing has been crazy with Black Ops 6. So you are for sure going down to this. Yeah. I want to do it. Yeah, I definitely want to do it. Always have fun hanging out with Mike and the crew. So, like I said, I want to do it in November. I got some stuff going on in November, just timing and scheduling wise. I hope I can fit it in. But if not, I'll probably hold it off to January, start in the new year. But I'm definitely going to go in the studio, and yeah, we'll do a Warzone stream in studio, and I'm sure we'll play me here at home, and I'll jump on with them too. But I definitely want to do it in person. Believe it or not, I'm sure I will play the Black Ops 6 campaign, but it's not my primary focus. I've really not been into any Call of Duty campaigns probably since the first Black Ops came out, right? I mean, I eventually play them, but it's not a priority for me. So when I'm on tomorrow night, it'll be multiplayer for sure. What else do we have here? No, I've not played the Batman VR game yet, but I saw Greg playing it with the team on stream yesterday, and looks good. Looks good. I haven't met a Quest 3, so I'm definitely interested to jump in and check it out. What is my game of the year so far? I don't want to just say one game, but it is either Astrobot, it is either Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I want to say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And that's all I'll say for now. That's all I'll say for now, the games that are out. But I know for sure a couple more games that are not out yet that'll be on the list. Let's see. Black Ops 6 PS5 Pro support. I'm sure it will. I know they've not announced anything, but why wouldn't it? Of course it would. Because like people say this a lot with like Xbox games, like they're not going to support the Pro. Why wouldn't they? Of course they are. I mean, I know Rod Ferguson said Diablo 4 is going to support the Pro. I would imagine any Xbox game, any Microsoft game that is on PlayStation will take advantage of the hardware to its fullest. So that means the Pro. Like I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine again, like Indiana Jones, when that comes out on PlayStation, it'll take advantage of the Pro. Um, let's see what else here. I think that's it for the questions. Like I said, I need to figure out this freaking camera. But like people are saying, it's probably the door or something. I got that Cyberpunk poster off to the side. It might be picking that up too. I noticed since I kind of angled it out of the way of that, it's not been doing this weird focus thing anymore. So maybe that's part of it. But yeah, I got to figure this out. And I swore I had some manual focus. So we'll see. Is that it for the questions? Would you ever consider voice acting in a game or being a character? Yeah, I would. And I've had a few people approach me in the past about it, but then it's never gone anywhere. And I've just not done it. I can say this because this was a long ass time ago. I had someone from a Call of Duty studio when I was at a Call of Duty event approach me about it. And I thought it was going to happen. And then they just went ghost and nothing ever happened. I'll leave it at that. I've been told by some people that are voice actors that, you know, I would need to go through the proper training as far as taking some classes, voice acting classes, stuff like that, hone my craft, obviously put together a deck, get the resume going, do auditions, all that kind of stuff. No one's just going to hand you an opportunity. Like if you know Young Ye, who is a YouTuber, and he got into voice acting and he did the work and he did the auditions, and hell, he's in a Pixar movie now. And obviously he's voiced characters like, you know, I think Like a Dragon, stuff like that. And when did I see him? Was it Summer Game Fest or something like that? And I just told him how congratulate him and how awesome it is that he did that. But I would need to put in that kind of work. And I mean, you know, I got my day job, got the family, the whole thing. It would take a commitment. So I don't know. I don't know. I would love to do it, but it would definitely take a commitment to be able to get that to happen. What's my opinion on the new direction of Halo? Excited for it. Yeah, with Pierre, I will just say that almost a year ago, I had somebody at Xbox unprompted tell me how excited they were for Pierre to be the new head at 343, and thinks he's going to do great work with Halo. And here we are now where stuff is going. So yeah, looking forward to it. You know what? Haven't played Shattered Space yet. Have not played it. Booted it up first day, got it all downloaded. I'm like, yep, I'm going to jump in and play it. And then I got distracted with 10,000 other things and I've not played it yet. But I will. I know the feedback I've seen on it has been mixed. Some people love it, some people don't, blah, blah, blah. But I'll jump in and play it. It all just comes down to time. What is my day job? My day job is cybersecurity. That's what I do for my day job. So I'm at a point in my career and in my position to where if I don't actively have an incident going on or I'm not in a meeting, you know, I try and get my day-to-day stuff done very early in the morning, and it frees me up because I work from home since the pandemic to do some of the fun gaming stuff. So that's why at 10:30 I'm on here doing a live stream, and I'll probably end it soon because I got a meeting at 11 I need to be on. So that's just how I balance it out. But it's, knock on wood, has worked. People in my day job know what I do, and they've been supportive, so I keep doing it. I don't actively broadcast that I do gaming stuff at my day job, and some people find out. It's always funny when someone finds out. Like I had a sysadmin because I was on IGN Unlocked with Ryan and Destin, got some weeks back, and just out of the blue, all of a sudden I get a Teams message. They go, "Were you just on IGN? I watch the show all the time," that kind of thing. So people find out that way. But yeah, I don't actively broadcast it to my day job. But the people that need to know, and they're okay with it. Will there be a big difference in performance between the Series X and the Pro? Don't know until we actually get the Pro in our hands and start seeing reviews and tech stuff and all that. We just simply will not know. We've seen studios with games like Hi-Fi Rush shut down, Prince of Persia. Would we ever get a Banjo because of Rich? I mean, you know, obviously I talk a lot about Banjo. I joke about it and all that kind of stuff. At this point, the fact that we don't have a Banjo, I would not hold my breath anytime soon that we would get a Banjo game. And part of what you're saying is if they think the risk is too high, that it's not going to sell very well, then they're probably not going to make one. And not to mention, you need a studio that actually wants to make a Banjo game at the same time. I would imagine if we do get a Banjo game, it'll be on the Switch. Yeah, it'll be on Xbox, but it'll also be on the Switch because that audience is prime. Nintendo audience is prime for Banjo games. It would just make sense. Why wouldn't you put it there? Yeah, Oliver, I had answered the question already about the Prince of Persia team getting disbanded. Talked about it on KFGD yesterday. It's a bummer. It's a bummer because it's a great game, and it just seems like Ubisoft is in such turmoil right now that they disbanded the team. They're not going to greenlight a sequel. It's just unfortunate, man. And hopefully Ubisoft can figure out whatever they need to do because I'm actually concerned for Ubisoft moving forward. We'll see what happens with Assassin's Creed in February, but they have way too many IPs that people want to play to be in this current position. Emmett's asking me, should I buy a PS5 Pro? You're not sure? Then you should not buy one. Not right away. Wait until it's out. Wait to see what people are saying about it. Wait to see if the performance increase is worth it. Like if you already own a PlayStation 5, definitely wait and see if it is worth your $700 with the performance increase with some of those games. Because, I mean, you're on the fence. I've said it from the jump. There's absolutely an audience for the Pro because there's enthusiasts out there that want the latest and greatest. So, of course, they're going to buy it day one. But if you're unsure, you're on the fence, I would personally wait. Wait to see what people are saying. Reading, I will never forget your reactions seeing Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time. Yeah, I mean, that was a viral moment. It is crazy how that moment changed so much for me in gaming. Obviously, it built a relationship with me and CD Projekt Red. Amazing opportunities that I got with that game. I got to host the launch event for it during the pandemic, which was crazy. But just industry wide, I mean, the infamous yellow chair is literally right there off screen. But yeah, it was awesome because, like I said in that moment, when I saw that 48-minute demo, I was like, this is Cowboy Bebop and Ghost in the Shell all wrapped into one. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. Yes, Cyberpunk 2077 launched in an awful state. That team worked hard over the past few years, got it to where it was with Phantom Liberty, and that was the definitive version that we always wanted it to be. So it took them a while to get there, but they got there. Do I like dinosaurs? Yes, I am. What's the word I'm looking for? Not an archaeologist because I'm not that, but I love science. I love history. I'm a historian. I love that those creatures actually roamed the earth millions of years ago and just what they potentially could have been. Obviously Jurassic Park and all that crazy stuff that we see now. But yes, I like dinosaurs. What time is it? I think I'm going to pop out of here in about another 5 or 10 minutes. But let me see a couple more questions here. What do you think about the hardware purchase has decreased? Wait, what do you think about hardware purchases? Hardware purchases has decreased about 45% from last year. Not surprised. The prices aren't dropping, and these consoles are expensive, and we're seeing it right now with like the all digital Series X. The other one, the 2 terabyte one, that's $600. I'm talking Xbox, but even on PlayStation, I mean, a base PlayStation is still $500. The Pro coming out at $700. This economy, it costs a lot. So people aren't going to be necessarily running out buying new hardware. Not to mention a lot of the games that people play, you can still play them on the old hardware, right? Like Black Ops 6 is coming out. You can still play it on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. There you go. So that's why. So I'm not surprised. Favorite retro game you can keep going back to and never get bored of? Mine was Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast. Became a comfort for game. Super Mario Bros. 3. Easy. One of the best games ever made. Probably the best platformer ever made. You can go pick that game up right now. That game, depending on where you were in the world, either came out in 1989 or 1990. And here we are, bad math, 34 years later, still relevant to this day. So that's my retro game. Are you going to host another Xbox event? Has Xbox asked you to? The event you did host was brilliant. Thank you for that. I think Tina has retired me permanently because Tina Amini is amazing. She's awesome and she's done a fantastic job with their production. So they don't need your boy anymore. Will I pop up in anything Xbox related? Maybe. I mean, I don't think the door is closed, so to speak. But we'll see. But there's nothing on the table currently. Oh yeah, I love Samurai Champloo. I am a Watanabe fan. He's actually coming out with a new anime. I was just reading this the other day. I'm very excited for it. Shinichiro Watanabe, he created Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. I mean, he's done amazing work over the past few decades. So yeah, huge fan of it. Loved it. What happened to Remember When podcast? I mean, it just kind of ran its course, unfortunately. Jay and I are still great friends. We don't talk as much as we used to, unfortunately, anymore. Probably partially my fault on that, but I mean, we're still good. It's just I went a certain direction. He obviously went a certain direction, but yeah, fond memories of Remember When. And I know, and I won't say his name. I know a very prominent YouTuber that does a lot of movie and TV stuff. I mean, big. We're online friendly. I'll put it that way. And he told me that one of his first inspirations was Remember When, and I hold that near and dear to know that something I did inspired someone to literally create a career, you know, doing this stuff. So yeah, I miss Remember When. Would love to do something like that again one day. It's just, you know, just busy and kind of just gone different directions, but haven't been able to do it. What is Red Misfit saying? The guys are kind of funny or obsessed with 60 frames per second. I think most console players don't care about, especially single player games. What do you think? I tend to agree. The average gamer really doesn't give a shit about 60 frames. I think the hardcore does. Absolutely. The enthusiasts do, which is why you see these pro models, you see these performance modes, things like that. There's absolutely an audience for it, but I also think that audience is in the minority when it comes to console gaming. So yeah, I don't disagree with that, but I also think saying that these consoles should be doing 60 frames per second as a standard. I do agree with that, and the freaking thing went out again. But I do agree with that. So, you know, like I said, the majority probably don't care. You know, you're going to play your games. I mean, hell, I grew up playing games at 30 frames, probably 15 frames per second, and it was fine. But yeah, I don't disagree. Web Dave, hey, I appreciate the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. And saying you're showing some love and support, hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And you can sub too if you want. I won't be mad if you do. But I think I'll be on here for a couple more minutes. I'm going to take off, get ready for my meeting. But let's see, what do we see? How do you balance your 9 to 5 job with your gaming job? I actually just answered that question. I would just simply say that because of the nature of my job, I am more reactionary than I am day-to-day stuff with things. So the things that I do have to do day-to-day, I tend to just get up very early. I'm usually up at 5 a.m. every day. And I kind of knock those things out in the first few hours that I'm up. And then that just frees me up during the rest of the day to do other things. But, you know, the powers that be at my day job know what I do and they support it. And because I'm good at what I do. I mean, not to brag on myself, but I'm good at my job. So it allows me that as long as I'm getting my stuff done, and if there is an issue or an incident, I'm responding to it right away. Nobody has a problem with it. I think I'll ask a couple more, then I'm out of here. Mark Cerny said that around 75% of players choose performance modes. He did say that. He's also trying to sell you a PlayStation 5 Pro for $700. Just think about that. Again, it's up to the individual when it comes to that stuff. If you prefer 60 frames per second, it matters to you. If you don't, it doesn't. I will just give you the prime example. When Starfield came out, yes, I played it on the PC, high frames, all that, but I also played it on the Series X at 30. It's fine. Oh yeah, sure. Would I have wanted it to be 60 at launch? Of course. But the fact that it wasn't didn't stop me from playing the game. And that's how I kind of look at these things. You know? How to break into InfoSec. I'm from an IT support background. So, and I'll actually just end on this. So when I got out of the military, when I was in the Navy, that was kind of my initial introduction into IT stuff. I used to do some sysadmin stuff for the aircraft squadron that I was a part of in the 90s. Some, Unix stuff, some Windows 3.11. I think Windows 95 was just coming out at the time, stuff like that. But that was kind of my light entry into IT. Once I got out, I actually worked, I won't name company names, but I worked on the help desk at a company here in San Diego. And I started on the help desk, went from the help desk to desktop support, went from desktop support to I started doing stuff in the data center, op stuff in the data center. And then I left that place and I took a job with the county of San Diego, and I worked, I was doing level 3 support for them. So I started doing sysadmin stuff, Windows sysadmin. There was whole big, we're migrating from Windows NT to Windows 2000 at the time. So I got experience with that, do Exchange admin, all those things. I then went from that job in San Diego I then went to work for the county, and I worked for Orange County, essentially doing the same thing, sysadmin stuff. And this was around 2005. The security team, they were looking for somebody to bring onto the team, and I showed interest. And I'll never forget and again, one of my mentors to this very day, he told me, he goes, I don't care what you know. I only care that you're willing to learn. Because I didn't know shit about security at the time. So I came in with an open mind, very hungry. Obviously, taking the other sysadmin skills and everything that I'd learned in the previous years do apply to it. But the big thing about security, and I know I'm being long-winded, but big thing about security is problem solving. You are constantly solving problems. There is an issue, it's solving the problem. That's what it ultimately comes down to. What resources are available to you, protecting information, control, all this stuff. So to answer your question, how do you get into IT? Start building you're already in IT. Start applying those skills that you already have to problem solving skills, to critical thinking. You are protecting information at all times. There are no shortcuts when it comes to that. Always think best practice with that. There's online courses that you can take for security. SANS is something big that you can go to. It's pricey. You can get your job to kind of pay for some of those trainings. You can do that as well. Go start talking to your security teams. See if you can sit in on some meetings. See if you can sit in on some incidents that might be resolving. Some of them might be sensitive, and you obviously can't be a part of it. But show interest that you want to be a part of that world, and find a mentor that you can work with. Like that's just the biggest advice that I can give. It'll take time, of course. You're not going to snap your fingers and all of a sudden you're the CISO of the company, but slowly but surely you can build yourself up, get as many skills. Obviously the cloud is big right now. Learn about security in the cloud, things like that. I hope this is making sense, but what I'm trying to say is it took me some years to get the skills necessary to then go to a security team, have an open mind, ingest as much information as you possibly can. Be open to listening, to learning, and to failing. Because the biggest thing about it is be humble and know that you will fail. I literally took down the entire Orange County network one time in a project. I did. Thought I was going to get fired. But the point was I learned from it. Never made that mistake again. It's just stuff like that you have to do. But security is a field that will never go away because we're always going to need security. It's always going to be evolving. The attackers will always have the advantage over you. It's about you building layers of defense and always be willing to adjust on the fly. Like I said, it's problem solving and critical thinking. That's security. I hope that makes sense. And I'll answer one more, and then I am out of here. Most important thing with frame rate is consistency. Yeah, agreed. A lot of games have 60 already. I still have to look for a keyboard to type. I'll shake my head. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the time. I should probably go ahead and end this. I'm going to fix this goddamn camera. I'll tell you that now, so this doesn't happen again. But I appreciate everyone jumping in here and showing the support. Love it. Like I said, I want to do some more of this live stream stuff moving forward, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. And feedback, obviously, you can hit me up on social medias. Obviously, the comments here have been great. But yeah, I'll continue to do this, refine it, get better at it, and keep moving forward. So hope you enjoyed, and make sure you're watching the channel next week. Some stuff. All right. I'll see you guys later. And I'm saying that trying to be smooth, and I can't be smooth because I can't hit the goddamn stop button. Where's the stop button? All right, let me get out of here. I'll see you.